I've always wanted someone to help me explain investing like I was 5.
Hey Andre, I'm very glad you asked. If you want to have investing explained to you in simple terms, perhaps like you're 5, you've come to the right place. This is bullacademy.org, and I'm Lincoln W. Daniel, the Chief Bull. On this channel, we discuss investing, we explain investing, we break down investing concepts and the companies that you can invest in order to help you build long-term wealth that will enable you to retire on your terms. So let's talk about investing. Let's explain investing like you're 5. The word invest means to come into ownership of wealth, and that happens over time. And how it happens is by the exchange of value, right? So let's say you got a $10 allowance from your mom. You save for 10 weeks and now you have $100. And your friend comes to you and says, hey, I'm starting a lemonade stand. I want to start out with this one stand on our block, but eventually I want to expand to every block in town. And we have 10 blocks in town. I want to cover the entire market. But first, let's start with this small block and go from there. I need you to help me get started. I need $50 to build this lemonade stand to start. It just so happens you have $100 from your allowances over the last 10 weeks. And so your friend Sally needs 50. You have now a choice to make. You can decide whether or not Sally's business is a good idea, and if it has potential to make money today and more money in the future that will give you greater wealth. Because as Sally's business improves and grows, it becomes more valuable. And if you own a piece of that, then you also come into wealth. That's investing. And so Sally says she needs $50 from you. And now your first question should be, okay, you need 50, Sally. How much do I get in return? What do I get in return for giving you this valuable asset, which is my cash? And Sally says, okay, well, since we're getting started with just this one lemonade stand in our town, I will give you 10% of the business for your $50. And so if you get 10% for $50, that means that we're valuing Sally's business at $500. And so if you give Sally her $50 and her lemonade stand, her first one goes well, and it's worth $500, then now you own 10% of $500, which is just your $50. And so you would think, hey, this is a great idea. I believe in Sally. Her lemonade stand will start out a little slow. She will just be in one block. But our town's big. There's 10 blocks here. We start with one, and over time, if Sally delivers, the manager of the business, Sally, if she delivers and is a great CEO and then expands into the future, my $50 can multiply as Sally builds up more lemonade stands over time. It may take a year, 5 years, 10 years, but over time, Sally's business is going to grow. And I want to hitch my wagon on Sally because she's a very smart person and she knows how to manage money and her business. And so I'm going to give her this $50 investment for 10% in return of her business. And so now you own shares in Sally's lemonade stand. You are a shareholder. And that means that you also get to help Sally make decisions. And so Sally says, hey, where do we expand next? She'll come to you and you can say, hey, let's go to Nate's block first, because Nate has a bunch of rich people on his block. All those kids get lots of allowances, each and every one of them, and they get 2 allowances every week. So they're going to buy more lemonades, and their parents are very nice, so they might just throw some money our way just for fun. And so let's go to Nate's first, and she'll say, okay, well, I'll consider that because you are a valued shareholder, and I appreciate your thoughts. I'm thinking about Rebecca's block, but I think Nate's will be good too. So I'll go back to my office and I'll think it through and figure out where our second lemonade stand is going to go. And Sally goes back and she does her work and she decides, okay, I'm going to go with Rebecca's because I know my business better than Andre does. And so I know that Rebecca's is a better second location. I do appreciate Andrei's suggestion of Nate's block. We might come back to that later, but let's go Rebecca's first. And then she'll let you know through a shareholder letter. She'll write to you and say, hey, Andrei and all the other shareholders, here is what we're doing with our second location. We're going to expand to Rebecca's block because it has this many houses with this much average value of the houses, which means that the people living in them have this much wealth, which means that they will be more likely to spend their money on our lemonade stand. And we'll be able to sell even more lemonade cups every day. And that will increase our revenues by 15% year over year, maybe even 50% if things go very well. And so now your business is growing very fast. Sally's business is growing very fast, and you still own 10%. She hasn't raised more money yet from other investors. You're still 10% of the owner, and she's 90%. And now she's at a second location, and things are going well. So she decides, okay, this is working out. We got to go faster now. 15% is good, but we got to go faster. We're still young. We're a young company. We can grow fast. So let's go raise more money from investors. And so Sally comes to you and says, hey, Andrei, our only investor, our only outside investor right now, we're going to go raise more money. That will dilute your ownership, but it will help us grow faster and reach more blocks in our neighborhood, including Nate's block, which you told me last time that it was a great block to expand to. Although we didn't choose it, I told you we'd come back to it. So now we're going to go raise more money so we can expand to Nate's block and then even David's block and all of the blocks in our town. So we're going to go raise $500 from other investors, other kids in the block. And that's going to dilute your ownership, but you'll still be a big owner of this company. And so you say, okay, I like growth. Go do it, Sally. Go raise the money. I'll help you too. I'll make some calls because I am an active investor and I want to help you out. I'll go call some friends and let them know about how great your business is going. And so you guys do the raise and the value of your company goes up. Now it's worth, let's say, $5,000 in your second round of raising. Wow. 10x. That means that Sally is a great fundraiser. She is trusted by all the neighborhood kids. Everyone believes in her. She has 10x'd your money because you invested at a $500 valuation and you put in $10 for 10%. And now the business has been valued at $5,000 by other investors. So now this company is worth $5,000 and you own, let's say you own 8%. To keep the math simple, let's say you own 10% still. There's dilution, but let's keep the math simple because you're 5, you don't understand dilution yet. But when you grow up, you'll understand dilution and your shares, because of dilution, will decrease in percentage of ownership of the company. But you're 5 years old. Let's keep it simple. So 10%, you still own 10%, there's no dilution. Business is now worth $5,000. That means you now went from having shares worth $50 to now having shares in Sally's lemonade stands worth $500. And you had to do nothing but give up your $50 a year ago. Isn't that amazing? You provided value by giving away your cash, investing your cash into Sally's vision. And Sally went out and provided value by building a lemonade stand and selling cups of lemonade that tasted very good and was refreshing on a hot day, and people enjoyed it. And so there was 2 points of exchanges here of value. You gave Sally your $50, she built something productive, and then provided another point of value by trading her cup of lemonade to a customer. And they paid her $1 for that cup. And so everyone in this chain exchanged something of value. And that is the key to investing, that there is value being exchanged at every point. In order for you to make money, somebody else must spend money. And in order for somebody else to spend money, they need to get that money from somewhere. And sometimes that comes from investors like you, Andrei, who give their money to their friends and people to believe in to go build something that you believe in. and want to see in this world and believe will grow and do more good in the future and create more value and grow your wealth through that exchange of value. That's it. That's what investing is. The exchange of value over time and coming into wealth as a result of those exchanges of value over time. That is the key here. You must remember that, Andrei. When you grow up, remember that last point. If you forget everything else in this explanation, remember that investing is all about the exchange of value over time and coming into wealth as a result of that. Exchange of value, productive assets. Please don't ever forget that. Andrei Jikh, 5-year-old Andrei, please take that with you into the future, because it's going to be very important when you have a very big audience and you have to make a choice of which investments, which ideas to share with your audience as good investments. And I want to tell you now that if someone comes to you with an opportunity that sounds way too good to be true, like let's say they want to give you 8% return on your money just for giving them money, just for letting them hold your money. They want to give you 8% in interest. And they call themselves, let's say, some crypto company, FTX or Celsius or Binance. They don't exist yet because you're only 5. This is a very long time from the future. But one day they may exist, and they might come to you because you have millions of subscribers, and they will tell you, we can give great value to your subscribers. All you have to do is tell them to use your link in the description below to go try FTX and BlockFi. Because of decentralization in the blockchain, this stuff exists, even though you're only 5. It's not being used much yet because it doesn't make any sense, but no one has found a way to make lots of money from it. But eventually they will find a way to make lots of money from it. And you, Andrei, will be a big player in that. And you will be sponsored by these great, great entrepreneurs, confidence men who exude confidence and are able to extract value from people, even if they're not exchanging that back in return, right? So what I want you to know is that when they come to you and they said they'll give you 8% return, I want you to then remember what we talked about, that investing is the exchange of value at every single point of the chain of interactions that result in you coming into wealth and other people coming into wealth at the same time. Not despite other people, but at the same time, because you all provided value that helped the creation and propagation of a productive asset that provided value to other people, customers, people who give you money for the value that you provide. And in return, your wealth grows because your investment is now worth more money because of appreciation of the value of your assets. Not because somebody else put money in and that came straight to you and you gave nothing in return. That we call a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme. Those work they're very different from investing. The way those work is that someone comes up with an idea to make money. That's it, to make money. Remember your friend Sally, her idea was to sell lemonades in exchange for money. But these people in pyramids and Ponzi schemes, their idea is to make money. That's it. That's where it stops. So remember, the exchange of value. These guys aren't doing that. They want to just extract money. And so they make up this idea, and then they find somebody else who believes in them, right? In just them, not the idea. Because anyone wants to make money. That's easy. Everyone believes in making money. That's not remarkable. What's remarkable is the belief in the person, the confidence man. And then they find their 2 people and say, hey, you want to make money too? The idea is to make money. If you go out and you find 3 friends each, you will make money. And no one asks how, what they're selling. All they say is, we're going to make money. And that's it. Everyone's making money. And so they go out and they find their 3 friends each. And now they're making money. And it just turns out the guy who started the whole idea makes money too because he found the first 2 people. And whenever they make money, he makes money. And so on and so forth. And those 3 people from each side of that branch go out and find their 2 friends each. And they make money when their 2 friends find 2 people. And so forth. And so the idea here is just to take money from the bottom to the top. It's the redistribution of wealth. That's what it is. There is no exchange of value at every point of this chain of interactions. Don't ever forget this. Andrei, I believe in you. You're going to be a great, great adult in the future. You will not hurt anyone because you will not pass on any sponsorship for a great investment, even though you know that an investment involves the exchange of value at every point of an interactions. So we know now the difference between a investment and a Ponzi multi-level marketing scheme, pyramid scheme. It's very simple. Like your 5, right? Investment exchanges value. Ponzi's extract money as the end. That is all it is. The redistribution of wealth. And if you never forget this, you will never do any wrong, Andrei. And when you grow up, just pro tip, stay away from any company named FTX. It will do you well. You'll build lots of goodwill over time by sharing trivial investing ideas and doing magic tricks. And people will love you for it. You'll get millions of subscribers and they'll always listen to you. And you'll have a choice of just pushing whatever comes your way to them in exchange for you making money in sponsorship bucks, or saying, hey, when I was younger, when I was 5, Lincoln at bullacademy.org taught me what investing is. And he said that investing is to come into wealth by exchanging value through productive assets over time at every point of interaction in the chain. And if you remember that, you will stay away from a company called FTX and BlockFi and all the other ones that operate in this crypto decentralized world that will be very, very hyped in, let's say, 2020 and 2022. Yeah, just stay away from those. Okay? Andrei, I hope this was helpful and I hope you enjoy your nap. And if you want to learn more, like you're not 5, like you're a grown adult, go watch more of our videos at bullacademy.org on YouTube. We have hundreds of videos explaining investing and various companies and look into their actual operations and how they make money and then how they grow their shareholders' wealth. Go watch those videos. You will learn a whole lot. And it's all free on YouTube at bullacademy.org. Go check it out. I'm Lincoln with bullacademy.org. Thank you again and have a great day.